gonna be perfect. Every game ain't gonna be perfect. The best thing I can try to do is make sure that my technique, my standards show up every play. And just happened this game that more plays than I would like. My standard and my technique was there, and it just got exploded. That's all that it is. It's a game of football, and I play one of the hardest positions on the field. The best thing I can do is keep my confidence, next play mentality, and come out and get ready for this game.
Is it a matter of tightening up technique? Is that what you're saying? Did I understand that right?
Yeah, it's simple things that I can do on my end to help myself in plays like that and better myself on the field. So, no issue.
Benson, this team is in a championship practice habits right now. What have you seen from this group in practice, and what maybe needs to improve?
Can you repeat the first part?
Ben Jefferson said that you guys don't have championship caliber practice habits right now. What have you seen in this group on the practice field, and maybe what needs to improve?
I would just say the effort and the want to. That takes you a long way with this game. And it just got to show up on the practice field. Straining when you're tired or when your legs weak, making sure you push through, or stopping the ball like what we do in practice. Just making sure you do the little things over and over and over, and eventually they lead the big things.
Why do you think it hasn't been there for Terry?
Honestly, it's just a matter of want to, and you got to pick up the want to pretty much. It ain't no clear answer on what it is. Just got to create better practice habits to be a champion around here, and that just start with us every day coming in here and having that mindset.
With Jalen out,
pretty good today. We definitely went out there and strained. We was out there for a long time, but definitely enjoyed it. The guys came back with a great mindset. I came back with a great mindset. All we can do is just put our head down, move forward, and make sure that nothing like this ever happened again.
How does that strike you when your head coach today flat out said it's not good enough? How does that strike you?
Just let me know that we're going to work. At the end of the day, these coaches here to make us good, and we here to do the same with the play calling that they give us. And just Sunday we didn't execute, and shout out to him for calling us out and making sure that we stand up to the level of standard and the level of want to that we need around here.
how does Jalen being affect the role?
Definitely affected a lot. Just having a leader out who gives some pointers, who did this before at a high level. So not having him out there just gonna give us a reason to go harder. He's still in the room, he's still on the sideline, he's still in the group chat. So he's gonna do his part to just make sure that we go out there and play hard.
You said those South Florida guys are tough. They get over stuff fast. Why? What is it about South Florida?
We dogs. That's it. I can't give no other explanation other than that. We dogs. We come from the bottom. So the only thing we can do is go to the top.
Yeah, I mean, I know James is a big time player. A lot of respect for him. Just his body of work and everybody in business. But the center players in between. Obviously that's something that he controls. So I'm just sending my prayers out to him and wishing him a speedy recovery. So
Tremaine, you start the season 0-2 like this. How do you guard against that feeling of, gosh, is this the same as? Sorry. When you start the season 0-2 like this, how do you guard against that feeling that you felt last year when the losing started to build up?
yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's 2 games into the season. You can't write your narrative of the whole season to games in. Obviously, it's games that we want to win. We don't want it to be that way, but at the same time, we got to learn from the games and learn from the losses and learn from all the bad stuff that happened. But we still got the whole season in front of us. We really can run on everything. We just got to deal with it the right way. And I think the way that we came out practice today, guys wasn't complaining. Guys was showing us ready to work. You can kind of feel that that pissed off attitude just as far as like, we know we shouldn't be here. Just kind of upset with how everything's been, but not really looking at the past. Just worried about this week and worried about winning this week.
You got mad at he's coming back. What's your memory of him?
Yeah, I mean, we had some good times with Coach Luce. You know what I mean? I'm on the defensive side over there, so I'm worried about what we got to do to stop the offense. But it'll definitely be a good time to see all those guys.
What was it that made his defense effective?
Like I said, man, honestly, I'm just focused on our defense and what they got to do to stop, their offense coming into us.
You mentioned that you guys you're on a tight schedule right now. Has things changed? Like, is it tighter now than it was at the beginning of the season, or the same one?
No, it's just the same schedule. I mean, we just got a lot of things. We just got out of practice. I got to work out, but it's still the same schedule.
What do you see from Dak Prescott when you watch him this season, the last 2 games?
Yeah, I mean, he's playing at a high level. I mean, he didn't take the Philly game. I mean, I thought that their offense played a good game. You know, obviously they got a lot of weapons, spread the ball out around. He's seeing a lot of ball. He's giving his athletes the ball in space and, you know, letting them do their thing, making his reads quick. So, you know, like I said, I respect them in the league for a while. So, you know, they definitely, it's going to be a challenge for our defense, but we'll be ready for it. Like I said, we'll take it one day at a time. And, you know, just make sure that we're not beating ourselves. I think that's the key message going into this week. You know, like the things that we're supposed to stop it and not have self-inflicted wounds.
Tremaine, Ben Johnson gave Dallas coaches credit for scheming up a better running game. What do you see from that?
Yeah, I mean, they do a good job. I think they have a good rotation of backs that come into the game that run hard. You know what I mean? So we just got to do a good job of, you know, winning the battle up front. Everything always stops up front. I mean, everything you win up front. And as far as backers, we got to do a good job diagnosing the play, run play action, and, you know, triggering and making the play aggressively. But like you said, I mean, they do a good job of, you know, scheming up things versus certain defenses. So really just got to see what we see on tape, put ourselves in that position and go out there and make plays.
It was a good practice. It was definitely 2 miles. It was definitely a practice we needed. It was a long one. It was good. A lot of competition. Yeah, I mean, it was what we needed. It looked good as far as, you know, finishing, running the ball, all that.
And Ben told us earlier today that the tight end's not getting the ball more is on him, not on you guys. So what's your reaction to that?
You know, he's always gonna put himself under the bus before anyone. So I appreciate that. But at the end of the day, look, we're asked to do whatever we need to do to go win the game, and that's what we're going to do. Whether that's run blocking 50 snaps a game or run a route 50 snaps a game, whatever it is, we got to go out there and execute. And at the end of the day, get a win. So whatever we got to do to get a win, if that's giving us more, giving us less, whatever it is, we're going to make sure that happens.
What do you think you need to do to get the ball more?
I think I just got to continue to do what I'm told. You know, do what's, you know, in the playbook, be in the right spot. So with Caleb, you know, if he looks there, I'm there. Win man coverage, and yeah, do everything the right way.
Is it all frustrating that you're not getting the ball as much, like relative to how?
No, I wouldn't say frustrating. Like it's it's week 3. You know, we got a new team. We got a lot of things going on. You know, I don't always believe everything will work out. The time will come, and when the time comes, I just got to be ready for it.
So how was practice today? They were talking about more competitive one.
Yeah, it actually was. Everybody seemed like they had a lot more urgency today, and we looked like a team.
You feel like you guys needed that, and if so, what?
Yeah, we did need that. Especially what happened last game. I feel like we needed that just to get on our toes, and just to really get back to where we were during camp.
What do you think it was missing? That energy?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
What did you say about Tyler?
Yeah, just stay together. Just make sure that we're all the one in the secondary. Make sure that we're all doing our job. Make sure we're communicating a lot more than usual. Just so there's a lot of new guys, things like that. But just make sure we're all on the same page.
Jaquan, what you've got by Johnson saying your effort didn't. Good. You got Ben saying your effort didn't match the Lions. What's that message?
So Ben said that we didn't have enough effort.
He said your effort didn't, not you specifically.
Yeah, I know.
Team didn't match the Lions.
No, he's right. He's right. It seemed like they had a lot more juice when they came out. They came out starting fast and things like that. And we kind of just looked slow. It seemed like they had a chip on their shoulder and we didn't. So that's what he means by that. And this practice will look a lot more better. So just moving forward now.
So how does that change?
Just the way we practice. I feel like we practice with a lot more urgency and things like that. And you practice how you play. I always believe in that. My coach always said that. So I feel like we've been practicing pretty well. Guys been locked in during the walkthrough and things like that. So it's been great.
What's been like behind the scenes this week on the practice field?
Serious, locked in like he always is, but a lot more urgency, a lot more like it's time to go now. Like you know, we can't wait no more, basically.
Next one.
Yep. Nah. I mean, I'm just gonna say, you know, what's up to all my coaches. You know, him, Coach Curtis. You know, people like that. So it's gonna be pretty cool, you know, seeing them and things like that.